All right, you guys. So today I wanted to talk about. This was an article that was sent in to me on my Discord. It was actually sent in to me from a friend of mine, and they just let me know, like, hey, I think this is going to be something that would be interesting to you. So this is what we're going to be talking about is an article, and this is an article that's actually from ObesetoBeast. So this is on Forbes, and the title of the article is "Attention Plus Size Athletes. Superfit Hero extends their size run to 7X." And then it's by, as you can see, ObesetoBeast right there. So this is like the photo that they use, and then it says, "This week, Activewear brand Superfit Hero announced that they will phase out their smallest sizes, extra small, small, and medium, in favor of extending their size run through 7XL permanently. The change starts with their newest collection, also released this week, which includes sports bras, legging, and shorts in sizes 12 through 42. Now, the first thing that comes to my mind when I see this is, like, when I first read, like, the title, right? "Attention Plus Size Athletes, Superfit Hero extends their size run to 7X." I was just like, well, that's cool. Like, I don't think that I think that's a good thing. Like, why? Like, more inclusivity is great, right? Like, I think that's awesome. Like, the more people you can include, that's really cool. But the thing that was really, really weird to me was to add in more sizes, they had to take away other sizes, right? And so they got rid of, like they say here, they got rid of sizes extra small, small, and medium. Now, I don't want to be like the person that's like, what about blah, blah, blah. But, like, it's interesting that to include more people, they felt the need that they had to exclude some people, right? Like, because I know that there's a lot of people that there's a lot of people that struggle with, you know, being really petite, right? Like, there's a lot of people that are very petite that it's hard for them to find clothing. And so, like, to make those people feel like they don't belong, I just don't see why I don't think this would be a story at all if we just kept the smaller sizes. Like, I think that it's really interesting that it was like, we need to get rid of these smaller sizes, because, like, as someone that, like, so with my stuff, right, Work for Change, you guys can see it back there, we strive. It's something that's really important to me is, like, when we release shirts, like, I try really, really hard to get sizes up to, like, at least a 5XL. Now, it's a little bit different because this is, like, all of this stuff is like Activewear, and they're probably making it themselves. Like, we are relying on a company that makes t-shirts, and then we put our stuff on the t-shirts, right? And so a lot of times, like, 5XL is just the biggest size that, like, American Apparel might go up to, or these other companies. So for me, like, that's the issue. But, like, I would never think in my head that, okay, to make bigger sizes, we need to get rid of smaller sizes. Like, I don't really understand like the reasoning for that. But let's keep going. So it says CEO Mickey Krimmel said that in a statement that this decision came after extensive research that focused on the unique needs of plus size athletes. During interviews, customers described many of their shopping experiences as traumatic, stating that lack of access, inconsistent sizing, and ill-fitting, low-quality garments led to a feeling of disenfranchisement, says Superfit Hero. She says Superfit Hero wants to solve the problem. Also, very impressed that I was able to read that without messing it up. So, I mean, that's all well and good, but it's just interesting because they are, in turn, disenfranchising other people, right? And so I wonder if they go into that at all. So Superfit Hero was founded in 2015 by Krimmel. The brand emerged from her experience as a competitive roller derby player and athlete. She calls Superfit Hero a body positive, size inclusive. Well, you're not size inclusive, right? Like, I'm not trying to, like, shame anyone, but, like, you're not, because you're not making extra small, small, and medium. So, like, you might be like, I don't know, like, plus size inclusive, I guess, would be a better way to put it. Like, I'm not trying to sound mean, but it's like, whatever. Body positive, size inclusive fitness brand with a mission to empower women. After crowdfunding the brand's launch, the company offered sizes extra small through 5X for several years, which is odd. Like, that's great. More recently, Superfit Hero noticed that its best customers were plus size athletes. So I mean, this is like, this makes sense to me, and this is exactly like, so this was more a decision, it seems, based on, okay, we were making more money from more plus size people, so we decided to cater to those people more, and we noticed that we could make more money if we made bigger sizes, which there's nothing wrong with doing that, right? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that, but like, why not just say that, like, hey, we noticed that more of our plus size stuff was selling better, so that's why we decided to do this, and our smaller sizes weren't selling very well, and so we decided to get rid of them, right? Like, just say what you're actually doing. It seems like a lot of companies, they like to make decisions, and then, I mean, this is a normal thing, right? But like, they like to make decisions and then spin it in a marketing way so it makes them look as good as possible, and I think that's really what's going on here. So it says right here, I created Superfit Hero to exist as an alternative, a fitness brand that celebrates bodies as they are, not as they should be, said Krimmel in a statement. The decision to phase out their straight size options came from the recognition that 68% of women in the United States are plus size, and that there are many options for the straight size customer, which, I mean, I guess that's fine. It's your decision. Krimmel takes other brands to task, stating that many preach body positivity and inclusivity, but don't offer sizes above 12. So it's funny, like, it's funny to say, like, oh, you know, we're just doing this because we want to be a brand for like plus size people, and we want to give them stuff. And then it's like, but at the same time, it definitely seems like there's a little bit of like, you know, we're better than you, because then it's like, we're going to talk about this other brand that's not doing it, and like, oh my gosh, look how bad they are, and look how great we are. So again, it's all marketing, right? Anna Chapman, brand strategist, says she wants everyone's bodies to feel liberated. She continued, in the fat liberation movement, we want to walk the walk. The company says that access to clothes that fit and make people feel good is often overlooked by clothing brands because of fat phobia in fashion. Superfit Hero says they want to move the fashion industry forward. They see the elevation and visibility of all bodies as the key to that goal. We knew we would disappoint a lot of our customers by no longer offering the smallest sizes, says Krimmel. Interesting. We did not take this decision lightly. Well, obviously not lightly, because you got rid of the smallest sizes. Okay. But when you compare that to the disappointment felt by the plus size community every single day, it was a no-brainer. Mainstream brands will keep trickling out more sizes in an effort to appear more inclusive, but unless they truly, dude, this stuff is like, so now it's not just, oh, these people aren't, like, they're not offering sizes. So now it's gone. You can see that it's gone from they're not offering sizes to now they're going to be like, well, they're not offering them fast enough. So it's like, they need to go from offering what they offer to straight up offering a 7XL for everyone involved. Like, I think that's just not realistic. So to appear more inclusive, but unless they truly center the needs and experiences of plus size shoppers, they will continue to get it wrong. It's interesting that they say center the needs, because like, in reality, the vast majority of people are not wearing a size 7XL. Like, right? Like, there's not that many, like, you know, there's an obesity epidemic in the US and in the world, but like, most people aren't wearing a size 7XL. So like, it's interesting that it's like center the needs. Like, okay, I would understand if like they should be offering maybe at least a 4XL, maybe up to a 5XL, but to like say that we're centering the needs by offering up to a 7XL, like, no, you are catering to a very small group of people, right? Like, there's not many people that are wearing a size, like, there's not many people that are wearing a size 7XL and also would want to wear really tight clothing like this, right? Like, and that's just me speaking from experience. When, I mean, maybe because I'm a guy, it's a little bit different, but like, when I was at my heaviest, the last thing I wanted to do was wear really tight clothing that accentuated all of, you know, my rolls or whatever, right? Like, that was like the last thing that I wanted to wear. So it's interesting because I feel like it's a really, really small group of people that they are catering to, right? But is that the end of it? Yeah. So that's the end of the article. Wait. Yeah, so that's the end of the article. Plus size shoppers, they will continue to get it wrong. But if we go to, so this is the website right here. So Superfit Hero. And if we, so it says now in sizes large, so only sizes large to 7XL. And, I mean, I do think that this is cool. Like, having different types of people on, like, actually model the clothing. because I do think that a lot of times companies will be like, we're size inclusive, but then they never actually show people that are, you know, that size wearing the clothing, like in them as the models and stuff like that. So I think that this is really cool that they seem to at least be, you know, showing people, that bigger people that are actually wearing the clothing. I mean, it's pretty expensive, but I mean, not any more expensive than like Lulu would be. But I don't know. It's a very interesting. It's definitely a very interesting topic. And like for me, like I said, I think that it's the biggest thing for me is that it's very interesting that they have decided to take away 3 sizes, right? Extra small, small, and medium, to then add, I think they only added 2 sizes, right? So they added 6XL and they added 7XL because they already offered up to a 5XL. So like for me, like just thinking pragmatically, like thinking about like, okay, this would make sense, is like, why don't we, if we're going to add 2 sizes, why not just take away 2 sizes? So instead maybe take away extra small and small, but still offer medium. Like the thing that makes the most sense to me is like, why not just offer all the sizes? I just don't get the reason in, it seems very harsh, or almost like, it's almost like, I don't know, it's this weird, like vindictive kind of thing to be like, we are going to take away sizes because we feel like these people don't deserve it. And I don't know, like, again, they are right. Like, I don't know, I'm struggling with this because they are right in saying like any other activewear brand, pretty much, I can't imagine there's another activewear brand that is doing this, right? So any other activewear brand can offer a size extra small up to a medium, right? Like that's a pretty normal thing. But like the cynic in me just thinks like all this is, and like I'm adding to it. I'm not at all unaware that me covering this is adding to their publicity, which is fine. Hey, these videos get monetized. I'm fine, right? But like this is a marketing ploy. Like that's all I think it is, right? And like is there anything wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But like the fact that they are, I don't know, it's just like, for me, it just seems like it's a big marketing ploy, and they are, you know, trying to get people riled up and trying to get people like really upset about it. For me, it's just like, it's interesting. I don't know like why, again, they would feel that they need to cut off these sizes so they can add more. I don't know if there's an actual reason other than, you know, publicity. Maybe it's a money thing. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was really, really interesting.